photographers, you know, make it look a little good.
What are you doing pushing us around?
Come on, let's make it look good here, right? There's a lot of photographs being taken right now. You guys got to look sharp. Okay, there we go. Okay, do I introduce the new team now? Right, these guys? No, not yet. Okay. All right. Well, first of all, good afternoon, everybody. It's my honor to welcome you to this signing ceremony for the Yuba-Sutter High Wheelers today. All right. We're going to open this up with our first inning, which is with the national anthem performed by United States Air Force Senior Airman Mary Good.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Okay, that was amazing, right? Let's give her another round of applause. Thank you, Lauren. As I was saying, it's a pleasure to welcome you. This is Marysville's newest baseball team, and this is the team for Yuba-Sutter counties. This is an exciting moment for our area as we continue to build incredible momentum in this city. We're putting Marysville on the map with community and our own pride. Before we get started, I want to take a moment to recognize a few of our local distinguished guests. Some of them you'll be hearing speak in a little bit, but I'm going to go ahead and recognize some of them. So first, we have Don Blazer, Yuba County Board of Supervisors. Go ahead and wave, guys. Mike Zigemeyer, Sutter County Board of Supervisors. Carm Baines, Sutter County Board of Supervisors. Dominic Belza, former councilman and assembly candidate for the Assembly District 3. David Shaw, mayor of Yuba City. Bruce Buttacavoli, vice mayor of Marysville. Chris Branscombe, the mayor of Marysville. Brad Hudson, council member, Marysville. Brad. And then I'd also like to introduce Janelle Willis from the Yuba-Sutter Chamber of Commerce. Hi, Janelle. Jackie Silman with the Yuba Water Agency. Hi, Jackie. Vincenzo Carrazza, the Public Works Director for the City of Marysville. Renick House, Yuba County Supervisor. Chris Sachs, the Marysville Police Chief. Chris, and last but certainly not least, the leader of Marysville here, Mr. Jim Shad, our city manager. Many of these leaders are going to be sharing their thoughts and remarks shortly, but let's give them all another round of applause for being here. The High Wheelers represent more than just baseball. They're the symbol of a rich history and a dynamic future for our area. With their roots honoring the past and the eyes set on marking the future for this league, they are the perfect addition for our community. So thank you for being here to celebrate this milestone. And I am going to introduce our second inning speaker, or third inning, I should say, with vision for the region's future, Mr. Don Blazer, Board Chairman of the Yuba County Board of Supervisors. Come on up, Don.
I think Dan said I had 30 seconds, something like that. So I'm Don Blazer, supervisor for the city of Marysville. I'm basically a native. I've been here all my life. And I don't know if my memory's correct or not, but I remember back sitting in the car on D Street while my mother went into Bradley's. How many people remember Bradley's? That's encouraging. So she left me in the car and I was listening to the Yankees and the Brooklyn Dodgers play back in the day. And that's 70 years maybe. I'm not sure. It was a long time ago. And I used to, when I was ever driving or anything, I'd always be listening to baseball games, Giants or whatever. It lately became particularly the Giants. I want to take a second and thank Lon and the whole team that put this together. I think this is going to be really a great combination for the town. I only live about 3 blocks from here, so I have no excuses for not coming to a game, so I will be here. Marysville, Yuba County has a rich history. I think Dan mentioned that, but we have some pictures of teams over 100 years ago that were playing here. And you run into people that look at that picture and they say, well, there's my Uncle John. He played there. So it goes way back, way back. Still a strong interest in baseball. Yuba County just approved the construction of 2 new Little League teams down in Plymouth Lake. There's quite a demand for baseball now. So I'm really encouraged, looking forward to it. It's really an exciting time for us. So thank you, and I'll see you all at the game.
Great job, Don. Kept it under 30 seconds. Perfect. Now I'd like to introduce Mr. Mike Ziegemeyer, the Sutter County Board of Supervisors.
All right, I'm really happy to be here today. It was a few weeks ago when Supervisor Flores was telling us about this new team, and we included the fact that this is the Yuba-Sutter team. That was really exciting to hear because we love baseball in this area. I mean, as a supervisor, we don't get to go out of town to many baseball games, so it's nice to have this in our backyard right here. Whether you live in Meridian, Sutter, anywhere in Sutter County, you can get here within 15 minutes. That's really exciting. I'm excited for the future of this program. I'm excited of the past from the programs that have come through here. There's quite a bit of Major League Baseball players out there that came through this field, and we're hoping for the future of that and excited to see where those players end up. But this is going to be a great product that they're putting on the field. I hope to see these stands packed. I'm looking forward to bringing my kids, especially with all the events they have planned throughout the year. It's an exciting time here in the Yuba-Sutter area. We really needed this. Great job to the city of Marysville for bringing this in. This is exciting. On behalf of the Sutter County Board of Supervisors, thank you very much to everyone to put this on. We're grateful to you, and we look forward to baseball. Thank you.
Okay, we're now entering the 4th inning, and this is on shaping a neighborhood, and I'm going to introduce Dominic Belza, former councilman and candidate for Assembly.
Yeah, once again, 30-second time frame. I just thank you for the opportunity to be able to speak today to everybody and share a little bit about what baseball means to me in Marysville and in the Yuba-Sutter community. For me, it's 2 words: heritage and legacy. And baseball in my family in particular goes back a long ways in Marysville. Family story: my grandfather in 1927, when Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig came through, got a baseball signed by the 2 of them. And as they went into the Depression, it was hard to get baseballs. And so Grandpa took that baseball out to the sandlot and played with it until they knocked the cover off of the ball, because playing the game was more important than what the signatures were. I wish we had that baseball still today. It'd be worth quite a bit of money. But, you know, I grew up on stories about my dad and my uncle playing in the streets in East Marysville and the different parks around town. And baseball is always part of that. And as I grew up, my dad poured that into me and that legacy into me, and just taught me that love and that appreciation that when the crack of the bat sounds, you know, everybody's on the edge of their seat, you know, and when the crowd goes wild, that feeling, and the seventh inning stretch, you know, and all the heritage and everything that goes along with it, it truly is our American pastime. And to keep baseball alive in Marysville means that families in the future can pass that on and can hand that legacy and that heritage onto their kids and their next generation. So I was thrilled when we went down. We met with the High Wheelers. Bruce and I went down to Oakland, and we had some meetings with them, and we began to negotiate what this looks like. And it said, this is the most perfect fit for the future of baseball in Marysville, for the future of baseball in the Yuba-Sutter community. And I am just thrilled that they are here, and look forward to many, many, many successful league championships. Thank you.
Wow, that's the shortest I've ever heard you speak, Councilman Belson. Great job. So still in the fourth inning, I'm going to introduce David Shaw, the mayor of Yuba City. David.
David, did you dress to the occasion?
I left my baseball uniform at home today there. So, Chris, thank you for allowing me to be a part of this. I mean, baseball is Americana. How do you separate the United States without hot dogs and baseball on a nice afternoon or a Saturday evening? So, but when we talk about our community, it's just more than a place that we live. And our region and our community actually is the center of our shared experiences, dreams, and our ambitions. Our region here is deep in baseball history and the love of that sport. And each of us have a unique perspective, as you've already heard, on what makes our community special and why baseball is special here. I want to say today that I am thankful that the High Wheelers are bringing professional baseball back to the Yuba-Sutter region. And my hope is that with them coming to our region, we will inspire the youth of our community to enjoy the sport of baseball and aim for the major leagues, while giving our seniors, many of them are still around, a reminder of what it was like in days gone by. I'm excited and honored to be here today and welcome the High Wheelers to the Yuba-Sutter area. It's time to bring the boys of summer back, and thank you for allowing me to be a part today.
Thank you, Mayor. And now we enter the fifth inning. And this is about re-emerging Bryant Field. And I'm going to call up to the podium Vice Mayor of Marysville, Bruce Buttacavoli.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for being here. We really appreciate that. I want to just talk a little bit about how we got to this point with this field. When I first got on, we were putting together a rec development committee with a goal I set for myself when I got on the council. It was designed to help develop and rejuvenate all the sports facilities within our town. With the help of committee member Don Belza, we were able to accomplish some very promising projects. This particular project is near and dear to my heart because of playing here originally, and I know I don't look this old, but originally playing here in the 60s on the original field. And wanting to preserve this historic, iconic field for the preservation of baseball in Marysville. I wanted to thank the council and the city staff who got behind me with full support to do the renovations of the park. That was starting to deteriorate again, as most of you probably saw. The process to rejuvenate Bryant Field has been costly, but with the support from the Highlands Academy we have been able to do some monumental improvements. Now, with a partnership between the High Wheelers and the city of Marysville, we will once again bring Bryant Field to its highest form of baseball in our first-class facility. I want to thank the original Mudcats, the Gold Sox, and the Drakes for keeping baseball in Bryant Field alive and help us get to this point. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Vice Mayor. And now it's my honor to introduce Mr. Chris Branscombe, the Mayor of Marysville.
In 1960, I was bat boy for the Marysville Giants dugout. Actually, the original dugout was a little closer to home plate. Having an organization like the High Wheelers here is really a blessing for our community. I met these folks, and first impression couldn't have been better. And ever since, it just gets better and better. This first-class organization. They have wonderful public relations people over here. You are. And the outcome, what's the outcome we're looking for? First, it has to be success for the ball club, success for the community. But look at this venue. And the city's about to put most of $500,000 additional into the venue, and I know the High Wheelers are investing some additional money. But we got this wonderful venue, and baseball is great, and we want baseball to be preeminent in this venue. But what about some concerts? This is a wonderful venue, and they don't have to be, I think it costs $80 a seat to sit on the grass out at the amphitheater now. I would think that we could have some successful concerts in this venue in addition to the baseball, and the High Wheelers are in charge of all that happening. And I'm so happy to be part of it. And Vice Mayor Buddha-Kaboli and Dominic Belson, formerly on the council, they certainly deserve a lot of credit. The guys who show up every day for the city, Jim Shad and Dan Flores, they're the guys who really push these things down the road, get them across the finish line. They deserve most of the credit. Bless y'all.
Thank you, Mayor. And now we get to the sixth inning, a place to watch professionals play ball. And I'd like to introduce Billy Horton, the manager and assistant GM of the Yuba-Sutter High Wheelers.
So I grew up in a town in West Branch, Michigan with about 2,000 people, and there was one stoplight in that town. And I lived 12 miles outside of that stoplight in a small country town out on the lake. And just going to breakfast this morning was my first time here in Marysville, seeing chickens and roosters hanging out in the parking lot was hilarious. And I'm excited to be here. I live in a town now out in Scottsdale, Arizona is a lot different, but my roots are in the country. My roots are where I grew up, and I want to be part of the community. My wife and my kids are going to be here during the summer. I've got a beautiful wife and two great young teenage boys who are going to be out here in the dugout with me during the season and traveling and representing this town. And the players that we're bringing in are some of the guys we had last season, and we're going to bring in some new young faces, some guys who are really hungry and want to be a part of this. I've got three foundations in my life, and it's my faith in the Lord, it's my family, and it's the field. It's my place of work. It's my 3 F's. And the field will never take place of my faith or my family. It'll come third, but it's right there. And we're going to come out here, and we're going to prepare the very best we can. We talk about preparation, and we talk about execution. We come out, and we want to give our very best effort. We want to prepare mentally and physically the best we can, and we realize that results will come out. We've been very successful in the past. We plan on doing that in the future, and we're excited about this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Billy. And now we've reached the 7th inning, so I'm going to ask all of you to please stand up for the 7th inning stretch. Please rise, everybody. And we have a special rendition of "Take Me Out for the Ball Game" by one of our locals, Mr. Jerry Bentoncourt. Come and lead us. He's going to lead you all in Take Me Out to the Ball Game. All right, Jerry, get you guys singing.
This is something I've had the privilege of doing for the last 2 years as the general manager of the Drakes. Coming out of the press box, getting all the kids, and coming around. So on 3, we're going to sing Take Me Out to the Ball Game. 1, 2, 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back. So it's root for the ballers. If they don't win, it's a shame. So it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. And then my dumbass said ballers instead of high wheels. Sorry about that.
All right, that was very last minute, so give him another round of applause. He did a great job. Thank you, Jerry. All right, 7th inning stretch is over, and we go to the 8th inning now. Building a baseball team with a community, and I'm going to introduce the founders of the Yuba-Sutter High Wheelers, and that would be Paul Friedman and Brian Carmel.
Gotta take that down a little bit. When Brian and I started our journey in sports, we did it based on the belief that sports' unique magic is its ability to bring communities together. That sports teams are fundamentally, community assets. We've learned over the course of the journey that there's a right way to accomplish that and a wrong way to accomplish that. And the right way to accomplish that is to radically build the team with the community. And that's what we're prepared to do here. And we have been doing ever since we set our hearts on playing in Bryan Field. One thing we didn't expect when building a baseball team was to see how much a baseball team can economically revitalize a city. We built a ballpark in Oakland, in a beautiful neighborhood in West Oakland with a rich history of baseball that had seen some tough times. And now we expect to build a baseball team in the city of Marysville with recently with COVID and inflation, and a hotel fire has seen some tough times. But what we've seen in Oakland is that the economic energy of a baseball team, the power of the fans coming out and having fun can start what they've called a boom loop. And we think that we're contributing to a boom loop that will happen in Marysville and happen in Yuba-Sutter, and we can only do it with the support and the help of the community.
So, Paul and I really try to lead an organization that lives our values. And one of our core beliefs is that when you're building a baseball team, as we're doing here, it's really important to have local stakeholders, locals at every aspect of the organization. The folks you hire, the folks that are putting together the promo calendar, the folks that are making decisions on every level. And with that in mind, we couldn't be more incredibly excited to introduce Lon Hatamia, who is a member of our ownership group. Lon, not only is he the first Asian American to hold a cabinet level position in the state of California, he's a local. His family's been here for over 100 years. I think his folks are here right now, so we welcome them. Lon played baseball here. His Eagle Scout project was literally to rebuild the bleachers right over there. And we couldn't be more excited to be working with Lon and to welcome him into our ownership group. So with that said, I'll give you Lon Hatamia.
Brian, Paul, thank you very much for that kind introduction. As was just shared, I'm from a 3rd generation family from Yuba County. So this is home, this is community. This is really where I grew up. I grew up playing on this field. I grew up playing on the baseball fields of the Yuba-Sutter communities. And as we talk about economic development, many of you know I served as the Secretary of Technology, Trade, and Commerce in the state of California. The best way to re-energize and really bring a renaissance to the community is through, we believe, baseball. I've had the opportunity to work with many of the professional sports teams across the state of California. And I am so pleased and honored to be a part of this ownership group. This is a unique strategy and really approach that they are taking that really highlight the importance of community and the connection to community. And it harkens back again to my history in this community, to what can happen, and it's a rebirth, and as I mentioned, a renaissance. We're seeing the tearing down of a hotel, the building of a new hotel across the street from here. And baseball, I think, transcends all walks of life. And baseball will enable us to remember our heritage in this community, but also look to the great future of this Yuba-Sutter area. And so we are bringing not only a team they selected, and it didn't take me long to convince them to bring them here, not only bringing a professional baseball team to Marysville, we're bringing a championship team to Marysville. The defending Pioneer League champions, thanks to Billy and his staff. And we're going to hold them to high standards so we defend that championship this coming season. So one of the things I was reminded to remind all of you, season tickets are now available. So please reach out and buy those as quickly as you can. And again, I'm going to be serving as a bridge to the community. And I think a bridge is an important component when we think about the Yuba-Sutter community. It's not only Marysville, it's Yuba City, it's Sutter, it's Live Oak, it's Wheatland. We're going to connect all of our communities together. And please feel free to reach out to me as that bridge to the community as we build this for all of you in this area. So thank you very much for being here today. I can't be more excited about being part of this winning tradition. Thank you so much.
If I could have Brian and Paul come back up as well, please. Great, thank you, because we're entering the 9th inning, and with that, we are going to introduce David Morgan from Congressman Doug LaMalfa's office.
So it's my pleasure to be here today on behalf of Congressman LaMalfa's office to present a special congressional certificate to the Yuba-Sutter High Wheelers. Thank you for choosing our community. We look forward to your championship games. You know, this is America's pastime. Baseball is fun for everybody. And thank you for coming here. We really appreciate it. Thank you, Lon. Thank you, the team. And let's go. Let's play ball.
Okay, and now I'd like to introduce Isabella Morgan with Assemblyman James Gallagher's office.
Hello, everyone. So again, my name is Isabella Morgan. I'm with Assemblyman James Gallagher's office, and I am so excited to welcome you and the High Wheelers to the Yuba-Sutter community. It is an exciting thing to come to our community, and like you said, it'll bring community and bring families together, and it'll be a great place for people to kind of just start to come together again, especially in our community. We really appreciate you choosing us, and I would like to present you with a certificate welcoming you to our community.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, guys. And now the time we've been waiting for, and that's this time for the signing. We're going to ask all of you to sign this form. I've been told it's very delicate. Is someone going to help them sign or come up? So we have pens here. Yeah, there you go. John Hancock style. Here we go.
Good luck, girls. Come on, get up there. Get up there.